waiting to round up the last few stragglers.
Just to get through.
Righto, welcome you all to the Shire of East Pilbara Ordinary Council meeting 27 September 2024 at Marble Bar Council Chambers, which I declare open at 10:32am. I commence today's meeting by thanking the staff at Marble Bar for hosting today's meeting and cooking all the lovely tucker last night and the smoko this morning. I commence today's meeting by, we acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we gather today, the Nyamal people, their continuing connection to land, waters and community. We pay our respects to our elders past, present and emerging. I ask everyone present to turn off and refrain from using their mobile phones for the duration of the meeting. Tablets and laptops are permitted for the purpose of accessing agenda items. I advise those in attendance this meeting is being audio recorded, which can be accessed by members of the public and media, and council members should refrain from making any defamatory statements. This meeting is also being live streamed. Members of the public are advised that anyone has an application lodged with the Shire of East Pilbara must obtain and should only rely on written confirmation of the outcome of the application and any conditions attached to decision making by the Shire of East Pilbara in respect to the application. Attendance by electronic means. Requests to attend the meeting by virtual platform have been received from Councillor Milton Chapman, Councillor David Everett and Councillor David Cooler, which are approved by me as Shire President in accordance with Regulation 14C of the Local Government Administration Regulations of 1996. We have a record of the attendance, apologies and leave of absence there. Disclosure of interest. Are there any disclosure of interest to be made in relation to any of today's agenda items, councillors?
None, thank you.
None, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Councillor Chapman, are you declaring an interest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll address that when we get there. Thank you very much.
Just for the to assist the meeting, the item is 17.1.3.
Okay. Yeah, item 17.1.3, the lease of JAC. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
Excellent. No dramas. Thank you. Okay, declaration by council members that have given due consideration. So I'll start with Councillor McWhirter-Brooks.
I have given due consideration to all matters contained in the business papers before this meeting.
Councillor Anderson.
I have given due consideration to all matters contained in the business papers before this meeting.
Councillor Everett.
I have given due consideration to all matters contained in the business papers before the meeting.
Councillor Cooler.
I've given due consideration to all matters contained in the business papers before the meeting.
Councillor Chapman.
Consideration before the council.
Thank you. Councillor Landy.
I have due consideration to all matters continuing business paper before the meeting.
Thank you. I too have given due consideration to all matters contained in the business papers before this meeting. Item 6 is nil response to previous questions taken on notice. Public question time. Yes, Lance.
Okay, I'll just
Welcome, Lance. I'll give you my microphone. So we've got Lance Coppin here, and I'll get you to introduce yourself and where you're from, mate, and go for it.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Lance Coppin from Muckin Station. I came in today just to raise the issue about road maintenance, specifically the Muckin Shaygap Road and the Warragine Access Road. I came in, I think it was a couple of years ago to raise the same issue, and my points are essentially the same as the last time I was in here. But it's come to a point now where I really want to get the attention of the councillors, get the attention of the Shire, that we have a problem out there with the maintenance of the roads. Our rates have been going up, and the condition of the roads is going down. So every day now, we're just suffering more and more with equipment, machinery. I watch the local traffic go past, and I'm not talking like outside commercial traffic. I'm talking local trucks, Warragine Station, our own trucks, other station trucks coming through, crawling along at snail's pace, just in an effort to maintain their machinery. We've got shackles breaking. You can hear these machines coming from miles because they're getting absolutely rattled to bits because of the poor standard of the road. 50 kilometres the other day, it took us 2 hours to do that, and we drove 40% of the time we were driving in the drain, just in an effort to preserve our machinery, preserve our mobile plant from getting rattled to bits. People, this hasn't always been the case, and I understand that it comes with the territory that there's going to be some ratepayers that are just not happy all of the time. My demonstration to you that this is not just me whinging for the sake of whinging is the best part of 7 years with having had no complaints whatsoever. The standard and the maintenance of the roads in the East Pilbara Shire in that particular part used to be what I would say the best in the region. I know that because I talked to other pastoralists all over the state, and they were getting a much lower standard of maintenance than what we were getting. Port Hedland, Broome, Ashburton, the Meekatharra Shires, all these shires were performing were performing way less than what our own shire used to be. Like I would say, hands down, we used to have the best bush crew, we used to have the best standard of maintenance that there was in the region. So credit where credit is due, and that's my demonstration that something has changed. And I don't have the insight, I don't have the knowledge to know what occurs at administrative level. I just know as an observer, as a ratepayer, as a road user, that there is a problem. And I can tell you emphatically that the standard has dropped. I was very encouraged to meet, I met Etienne and David the other day out in the road, so I'm encouraged that we've made that contact. And there seems to be an effort there to look into this further. But what I'm asking for is 14 days, within the next 14 days, is a meeting out there with the relevant people, whoever that is, so that we can look at this issue on site and try to get some alignment. As a first step, say, okay, Lance, we agree with you, we can see that this is a problem. Because at the moment, I've skimmed through previous council meeting minutes, I can't see this agenda popping up, and my perception is that this isn't really an issue that has been raised to the level that it needs to be. And for the record, I'm speaking on behalf of myself and Warragine Station, who I've discussed my coming here today, and they have agreed for me to put this on the record on their behalf as well. We're both having this in the same boat as to our feeling on the maintenance there. So that was my main issue, people, and yeah, what I'm hoping to do, if I can get a meeting on site with the relevant people, is to point this out and talk about where we go in the future with it and how we bring this back up. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Lance. Appreciate that. Comments from the administration?
Shire President.
SCDP at discretion, please.
Thank you, CEO. Through the chair, yes, we take note. We met with Lance on the 1st of August. We drove the whole of Mackinshire up to Borderline and back. There's obviously a difference in the experience in a SUV than there would be in a heavy plant. So I take your point. We will definitely meet with you on site and maybe have a demonstration of what the issues are. Can I just say that when you grade a road, and you don't resheet it, you're actually taking your road away bit by bit. So we're at the point, and that's why it's now deteriorated to a point where it's probably worse than, or seems to be worse than what it was in the past. We're right on bedrock. We haven't got any more to grade. We have to resheet the road. So we've got on the RRG funding for this year, we've got some money. But at the rate and the cost of replacing our roads, to give you an example, to do all our roads cost $196 million for the whole of the Shire. So it's an extremely high rate to resheet the road. So the money that we got, it's not going to bring us very far, but it'll at least give us the opportunity to start somewhere. So we will definitely maintenance grade. The following our meeting, we were to get a grader out there sooner, but then we had 2 graders broken down, and we hired a grader, and that's unfortunately broken down now. So that'll be replaced shortly. So next week there will be a grader starting from the Marble Bar, Port Hedland Road, working its way towards the intersection with Muckinshay on Warrawatjini, and then from going up Muckinshay Road. But I'll arrange with you for a meeting to meet with you on site.
Okay, that'd be good, thank you.
I won't be around. I sit on that regional roads group. Sorry, Anthony, through you. I sit on that Pilbara Regional Roads group and I chair that group. And exactly as Etienne said, we've got more road than we've got money in the coffers that comes back to even to the region, and we're fighting to get our fair share of that. Yeah, unless it's before the 4th of October, within the next 2 weeks, I won't be able to attend, but please make sure that if Lux is available, that he would come to that meeting as well, please.
Yep, so I'll have to arrange it, that'd be good. Before the 4th, we can do that.
Sorry, if that suits you.
Please also make it known that myself and the CEO have been to Canberra on several visits. We do lobby the federal politicians every opportunity and do state that 196 million, and we do feel that there needs to be another bucket of money. So we have, obviously that's never going to come about. They're going to give us 196 mil, but hopefully that they consider that extra bucket of money, because we're not the only one in the same boat, and that goes to the longevity of the roads and the re-sheeting as required. So we're definitely advocating for you, mate. So.
Doesn't all go into the minutes. That's the thing. There's not always a motion that comes to count. Oh, sorry, my apologies. There's not always a motion that comes to council. It will be discussed and prioritised when we do the budgets and we're talking about budget amendments, but those things often don't appear as a particular minute, so that's why you won't be able to have seen it. But yeah, we're on it.
Thanks for your time, lads. You're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, mate. If you, yeah. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Today we'll move on to item 8, petitions, deputations and presentations where there are none. Have we got any applications for leave of absence for item 9, councillors? Excellent.
Yes, but Anthony, I will be away from the 4th till the 22nd of October, but I do intend to Zoom in or Teams in for the council forum.
Okay, yes. So no leave required for actual OCM?
No
Okay.
leave required for the OCM.
Cool,
No.
thank you. Item 10.1, the confirmation of the minutes of the previous council meeting. So the recommendation reads that the ordinary and confidential minutes of the council meeting held on 23 August 2024, as published on the Shire's website and councillor portal, be confirmed as true and correct record of proceedings. Can I get a mover, please? Councillor Anderson. Seconder? Councillor McWhirter-Brooks. Are there any changes that you're seeking?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other comments? Excellent. Shall I now put this to the vote, please? Show of hands. Yes, thank you. All for and none against. Item 11, members' reports. So the written reports will be handed in the minutes. Are there any further members' reports for this meeting?
Yes, please. Just let me bring it up on my resolve. Yes, other than the notes I've given in, on the 23rd of September, I had a phone call from Kevin Michelle regarding the route of the Red Dog Highway and the restrictions to the current route. And on the 25th of this month I had a phone call from a local ratepayer regarding the ineffective grading on the road to the Marble Bar tip and its requirement for resheeting, which I'll pass through to you, Etienne, in due course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other members' reports? We'll move on to 12.1.1, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Community Sporting and Recreational Facilities Funding Application. The recommendation reads that Council 1 endorses the Shire of East Pilbara submitting an application under the Community Sporting and Recreation Facilities Fund. 2, considers an allocation of a maximum of $2,772,000, excluding GST, to the 2025-2026 Capital Works budget for the construction installation of a shade shelter over 3 multi-purpose courts in Newman, subject to the approval of the Community Sporting and Recreational Facilities Fund application. And 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to explore other external funding opportunities to reduce the Shire's contribution. Mover, please. Councillor Brooks. Seconder. Councillor Anderson. Anyone wish to speak?
No, I have nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Excellent. Shall I now put this to the vote, please? All those in favour? 7 for, none against. Item is carried. 12.1.2, the policy review, council members' travel policy, that council accepts, the recommendation reads that the council accepts the review and adopts the revised council member travel policy attached as Appendix 1. Mover, please. Councillor Landy, seconder. Councillor Brooks, thank you. Councillor Landy, you wish to speak? Councillor Brooks?
Yes, I would perhaps want a bit of discussion on the limit of 2 weeks to get those applications in, and I would apply for an extension immediately if that is in place.
Sorry, just to, through the chair, is that prior to midday on Monday?
Pardon?
Is that prior to midday on Monday?
Midday on Monday coming?
Yep.
Yes,
Anyway, we'll talk.
for those reports, for those applications that I am still working on prior to midday on Monday, I would like an extension.
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
will be away for the next
Yeah, of course.
3 or 4 weeks, so
Yeah, we can grandfather that.
thank you so much.
So we're good?
I've got lots.
Excellent. Any other councillor wish to speak on the motion? Thank you. Shall now put 12.1.2 to the vote, please. All those in favour, raise their hands. 7 for, none against. Thank you. 12.1.3, the recommendation reads that council notes the report. A mover, please. Councillor Brooks, seconder. Councillor Anderson. The mover like to speak?
No, thank you.
Seconder.
No, thank you.
Any councillor wish to speak? Show of hands, please. All those in favour? 7 for, none against. Is carried. 12.1.4, opposition recommendation reads that council also notes this report. Mover, please. Councillor Anderson, seconder. Councillor Brooks. Councillor Anderson, do you wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Councillor Brooks.
No. Thank you. No.
Thank you. Does any councillor wish to speak? Show of hands for all those in favour. Thank you. 7 for and none against is carried. 12.1.5, the amendment to delegations and authorisations registered delegations under the Public Health Act in 2016, where the recommendation reads that council adopts the introduction of 2 new delegations pursuant to Public Health Act 2016 and authorise the Chief Executive Officer to amend the Shire of East Pilbara registered delegations and authorisations. Can I get a mover? Councillor Brooks. Seconder. Councillor Landy. Councillor Brooks, do you wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Councillor Landy? Thank you. Any other councillor wish to speak?
Yes, just one small question on that one with the delegations for 16.1.6. Should there be a sub-delegation for the Director of Regulatory Services as well?
Through the chair, I'll have to check whether the Let me just have a look. Sorry, just bear with me. I'll just check that.
I can always come back up to me. They're down.
Well,
It goes to me.
Sorry, one of the,
Sorry.
one of these specific,
I take it point though.
just through the chair, one of the sections specifically restricts the subdelegation. Was it 16.1.6, Councillor Everett, you said?
yes,
Look, I might take that on notice if I can, but in any case, if there is a power to subdelegate, only the CEO can exercise that power. So, yes, I might take that on notice, but there doesn't, the decision that council is being recommended to make won't restrict the ability of the CEO to subdelegate in case it is that's required. I don't know whether that helps.
yeah, that helps.
Excellent. No dramas. So now I'll put this to the vote, but just keep in mind, please, it's an absolute majority decision of council. So those in favour, show of hands, please. Excellent. 7-4, none against. Item is carried. 12.1.6, the Walga Annual General Meeting 2024. As presented before you, the officer recommendation reads that council appoints, just input the names in there as we spoke about previously. Josh?
Yes, so just through the chair, at the briefing prior to the meeting, it was suggested that the council appoints President Middleton and Councillor Everett as voting delegates, and Councillor Bear and either Councillor Lockyer or Councillor Landy as proxy voting delegates.
Thank you.
And I think Councillor Landy was just going to check on her availability, which I think you're able to attend. Yes.
Yes, okay. Excellent. So we'll go through the opposite recommendation and the previous discussion. But 1, council appoints Councillors Everett and Councillors Middleton as voting delegates, and Councillors Bear and Councillor Landy as proxy voting delegates to the 2024 annual general meeting of the Walga Association to be held on Wednesday, 9th of October 2024, and that 2, that pursuant to clause 16.33 of the Shire of East Pilbara Meeting Procedural Local Law 2019, council authorise the Chief Executive Officer to notify Walga of the appointments immediately following the conclusion of this meeting to council. Can I get a mover, please? Councillor Anderson. Seconder, Councillor Brooks. The mover like to speak?
No, thank you.
Seconder?
No, thank you.
Anybody wish to speak? We'll put this one to the vote, please. All those in favour, raise of hands. 7-4, none against, is carried. Thank you. 12.2.1, the monthly financial statements, insurance and investment report as 31 August 2024. The council adopts the monthly financial statements for the period ending 31 August 2024 of the 2024-25 financial year, included as appendices 1 and 2 to the report. Mover, please. Councillor Brooks. Seconder. Councillor Anderson. Councillor Brooks, do you wish to speak?
Yeah, a couple of questions, please. I just would like to know why we've got 48.7% of our accounts are outstanding for greater than 30 days, which is about 5.5 million.
I'll take that on notice.
Thank you. And do we give people a summons if they're outstanding? At what time do we summons people who owe us money?
Scott, can you answer this question, please?
So I'll take those questions on notice and I'll give you a formal response back in regards to the recovery processes as well.
Okay, and also can you advise us, do the figures that we're provided with there represent those receivables without arrangements to pay? Can I also ask what a Smith machine is? It's out of the rec budget, $13,000?
It's a piece of exercise equipment.
Thought so.
It's a weightlifting frame,
Okay,
which has got guides on it to do squats.
right, thank you so very much. Page 16 in that report. Can we please explain the guardrail to culvert budgeted at $764,000? Last year, this was $400,000, and I'm assuming that this might be the guardrail which is now orange flag tape along the Sandy Creek Bridge here in Marble Bar.
That's correct. Yes, we will be looking at designing a beam type structure that can span from the one side to the other side and put the normal barricading on the front side of it.
So when that was $400,000, I asked how on earth can that guardrail be $400,000 when we had no guardrail on either side? Since then, a guardrail has been put up on the south side of that bridge, and we now have almost twice the cost to put up one guardrail on the north side of the bridge. And I can't see for the life of me how it can be $764,000.
Yeah, I suppose the previous one was based on probably just a cost estimate that was done on paper. That's why we're doing a redesign, and we'll come up and we're confident that it'll be much less than the 400,000. The one on the other side is it's not right next to the road, so that's on the other side of the footpath.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of more space for cars if they should leave the road, whereas the one that we're talking about is right next to the where the cars will travel or the vehicles will travel. So it's got to be of a much stronger composition, if you can call it that.
And the one that we have got up on the south side of the road looks like it's made out of component pieces that are bolted together. Yeah, I just don't see how we have hundreds of thousands of dollars on such a flimsy piece of infrastructure. And I believe you when you say that's the bill, but that can't be the bill with the Pilbara tax as well. I don't get it. But anyway.
Once we've got a quotation of the design that we're going to follow now, then we will give it, to the CEO and share the information.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, just on that one, I've got a good question around that, so I'm glad you brought it up. The existing guarding that's there, is it actually frangible?
The existing one on the southern side?
Yes. Is it frangible, as in the standard for main roads to collapse upon impact? Because it doesn't appear to be. I could be wrong.
I will have to look into the standards of that because, as I said, it's on the other side of the footpath. So there's a footpath between the carriageway where it ends and then actually the barrier itself.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check what's the standard. If you still have to then provide something of the higher standard, but on the other side, the one that's the 400,000 one that we've got currently on there, it'll definitely have to be of a higher standard.
Yeah, of course.
Direct guard.
Yeah.
And so the guardrail on the south side has cost $127,000. That's what I read out of that report.
I'll double check that.
Thank you. Can we please outline how $41,666 has been spent to date on the Tourism Desert Trail project? And I'm not sure whether that comes out of that's a thing that's come out of tourism and John O'Neill's space, or it's infrastructure, something, I don't know.
So let me get back to you what that exactly is. It'll be promotional material is my guess, but let me get some clarity on that for you.
Okay, and last one, page 19, is on the value of the Martu Milli baskets. The Martu Milli basket value was rising steadily until I noticed early this year there was a value of $17,000 in Martu Milli baskets held by the Shire, but now it's reduced by more than half of that. Have we sold some of our stock of Martu Milli baskets, or were they part of our archive?
It's not a case of archive. There has been some auditing going on in terms of stock, and there has been some sales, but I'm happy to take the question on notice and come back with further information.
Thank you. That's all. Thank you, President.
Thank you, Councillor Brooks. Councillor Anderson, have you got any?
No, thank you.
Anybody else got any? Excellent. We shall now put item 12.2.1 to the vote, please. All those in favour? 7 for, none against. The item is carried. (12.2.2) the list of payments August 2024. The council endorses the payments for the period 1 August 2024 to 31 August 2024 as listed in the agenda. Mover, please. Councillor Brooks, seconder. Councillor Anderson. Councillor Brooks, do you wish to speak?
Nothing to add.
Councillor Anderson?
No, thank you.
Anybody else wish to speak? Should now put this to the vote, please. All those in favour? Yes, 7. Thank you. 7 for, none against is carried. 12.3 community experience. That's 12.3.1 Shire of East Pilbara Public Health Plan 2024-2029. The council endorses the Shire of East Pilbara Public Plan for the purpose of the public advertising. Mover, please. Councillor Guerra Brooks. Seconder. Councillor Landy. Councillor Guerra Brooks, do you wish to speak?
No, thank you. Nothing to add.
Thank you. Councillor Landy.
No, thank you. Nothing to add.
Thank you. Does any other councillor wish to speak? Should now put this one to the vote, please. All those in favour? 7 for, none against is carried. 12.3.2, the Marble Bar Pool Replacement Business Case Report. Its recommendation reads that Council 1 notes the business case report with option 3, the preference of those presented. 2, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to advocate on behalf of the Shire to move the project forward. 3, requests the Chief Executive Officer to investigate all options in terms of ownership and location of the facility and prepare a future report to Council. Mover? Councillor Anderson. Seconder? Councillor Guerra Brooks. Okay, sorry. Councillor Anderson, you wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Councillor Guerra Brooks. Councillor Milton Chapman, do you wish to speak on this one?
No.
Okay, thank you. Shall now put this one to the vote. All those in favour? The Marble Bar Pool, 7 for and none against. Thank you. 12.3.3, the Memorandum of Understanding, Department of Transport, Rural Passenger Transport. The recommendation reads that Council 1 endorses the Memorandum of Understanding between Trans WA and the Shire of East Pilbara to continue to operate rural passenger transport services, and 2, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to acknowledge and accept the offer from the Public Transport Authority as per Appendix 1 of the report. Can I get a mover, please? Councillor Guerra Brooks, seconder. Councillor Anderson. The mover like to speak?
No, thank you.
Seconder.
No, thank you.
Anybody wish to speak? Put this on to the vote, please. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried. All for, none against. (12.4) Regulatory Services. 12.4.1 the Shire of East Pilbara Bushfire Risk Management Plan 2024 to 2026. The Council adopts the Shire of East Pilbara Bushfire Risk Management Plan 2024 to 2026. Can I get a mover, please? Councillor Guerra Brooks, seconder. Councillor Chapman, thank you. The mover like to speak? Councillor Guerra Brooks?
Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Chapman, do you wish to speak?
No.
Thank you. Does anybody wish to speak? Bless you, Nick. All those in favour of this one, please, for the bushfire plan? 7 for, none against, is carried. Moving on to 13, there is nil committee reports. There is, for 14, there is nil motions of which previous notice has been given. There are no questions under 15 by members of which due notice has been given.
Excuse me, Mr. President. Through you, Josh, do we need to confirm the minutes of the audit committee, or do we need to, or is that, do we wait till those minutes are available before we do that?
Just through the chair, yeah, we haven't had a chance to prepare those.
No, of course you
Just
haven't.
yet.
That was a bit quick.
We may have got rushed through in the past, but no, we'll take those to the next month's
Thank you,
meeting.
that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification, Councillor Guerra Brooks. 16, new business of urgent nature introduced by decision of council is none. So we move on to 17, the confidential matters behind closed doors. Council members, may I please have a mover and a seconder that item 17.1.1, the Growing Regions Funding Program, 17.1.2, the proposed lease Sports Shooters Club Reserve 38610, 43 Labour Street, Sporting Shooters Association, West Australia of Australia Newman, Western Australia branch, 17.1.3, the proposed deed of variation extension of lease Newman House for JAC, 17.2.1, applications for rate exemptions for PAMs, 17.3.1, the provision of waste management services Newman contract provisions of the agenda be dealt with behind closed doors in accordance with section 5.232 of the Local Government Act 1995. A mover, please. Councillor Guerra Brooks, seconder. Councillor Anderson, thank you. Councillor Guerra Brooks.
Nothing.
Oh no, this is put it to the vote. All those in favour to go behind closed doors, sorry, I was getting all excited. 7 for, none against. The live stream will be paused during the closed session. The decisions made by council in consideration of these items will be made available publicly following the closed session and will be published within the minutes of the meeting for your information. The time now is 11:04. And the meeting is reopened to the public. Can the governance staff confirm that the live streaming has recommenced, please?
Yes, I can confirm that.
Thank you, Josh. The decisions from the closed session, the decisions from the closed session will be incorporated in the minutes of today's meeting and published on the Shire's website for community and general public to be confirmed at the 25 October 2024 Ordinary Council meeting. The date of next meeting is scheduled for the 25th of October 2024 and will be held in the Newman Council Chambers. Moving on to item 19, the closure. There being no further business, I now declare the Shire of East Pilbara Ordinary Council meeting of 23 September, you almost had me, 2024 closed at 11:20 a.m. I once again extend our gratitude to the staff of Marble Bar for their assistance and food. I've got to put the food in there, hosting this meeting, and extend my thanks to council members, the executive and Shire staff for their attendance. Have a good day.